Welcome back to Channel Run. Today I'm going to be working on a Briggs & Stratton 8750 generator, and the client dropped it off and said it would not run. He basically let it sit all summer and never cycled it, so it probably just is something to do with the carburetor, I'm guessing. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of spin it over and spray some statin fluid in the carburetor just to see if it'll ignite. If it ignites, then it's obviously some sort of a fuel problem. So let's go ahead and get started. So with the fuel on and it choked, pulling it over, it's just not firing. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the cover off the breather and spray some statin fluid in there and see if it fires. Or I suspected that was exactly what was going to happen. So I'm going to guess that it could possibly be the fuel solenoid. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that off. There's a couple of Phillips screws on there. I'm going to pull that off. You might want to shut the fuel off because fuel may be gushing out of that. You might want to put some speedy dry down or something like that. Okay, so to get access to this, you're going to have to tip the generator up, and you'll find that it'll rest on the frame without a problem. So I'm going to get my speedy dry a little closer just in case some fuel comes out. I have the fuel off, and let's go ahead and remove that fuel solenoid. You may find you need a stubby on the back one because there's just not enough room to get a full-size screwdriver in there. Now let's see if we can pull that out of there. And we've got a little fuel, and it looks like that is just all rotted right off. All right, here it comes. The fuel is off, correct? We're going to remove that bowl right out of there. Okay, I managed to get this fitting all cleaned up that we're going to need to put the bowl back on. Basically what that does is bowl goes up in there, and this bolt goes up there, and that's what shuts the fuel on and off with the fuel solenoid. Fuel solenoid is junk. This was a bear getting all cleaned out, so cleaned up as best I could. I think I'm going to be fine. Take a little PB blaster, some carburetor cleaner, whatever you may have, to kind of finish cleaning that up. So this should be all set. So as I said before, what I got to do now is I got to find a fuel solenoid. Once I get that, we'll pop it in, and I'm sure this is going to run fine. Okay, so where we left off there a week ago or so, I ended up having to order the fuel solenoid. So I have that, and I'm going to go ahead and replace it. As you can see, I put it all back together. So I'm going to go ahead, pull this old solenoid off, and we're going to put the new one on. So there's the new one right there with the new plug-ins and everything that we need. I used a ratchet to put this back on just to snug it up, so I'm going to use the ratchet to take it back off. All right, so there's the old one right there. And what we have found in the past with some of these is the little washer, the little rubber spacer here that helps seal it. You may find that this one here may be smaller or bigger than the one you're going to replace it with. The last generator that I had done, I had to swap that over. And it looks like I might have to do that here. This washer here, this rubber washer, is a little bit bigger. So we're just going to remove that one and put this one on it. So what we'll do is we're just going to take and pull that rubber washer off like that. Do the same thing with this one. I'm going to pull that washer off. And then we're just going to kind of place that back here. Okay, it's just a little bit bigger washer. We just want to make sure that we use that on the carburetor. All right, so now what we need to do is go ahead and reassemble it. So we're going to put this on first. All right, now we'll switch to the other side and we'll wire it in. Now just take that new cable and just bring it up, and we're going to have to remove this clip right here. So just go ahead and pull that clip out of there and remove that one, and then take our new cable. So now all we have to do is we need to just pull these pins out, disconnect the old fuel solenoid like that, get that out of the way, and then just plug the new one in like that and like that. Kind of tuck that out of the way, just like they had it, just like that. Now let's go ahead and test it. So if everything is correct, we'll turn the fuel on, and it should start filling up the bowl, and hopefully nothing is leaking around this fuel solenoid. And it's looking good. So technically now I should be able to go on the other side, turn it on, choke it, and it should start right up. So let's go ahead and see what happens. All right, fantastic. It's running like a champ, no problems. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing, no leaks. So just to recap on what we had done, we tore the carburetor all apart, we cleaned it. It was full of dirt and crud and everything else, so we cleaned it all up, put it all back together. Obviously, the fuel solenoid was junk, so we had to order a new one. Waited a week or so for that, put it all in. As you can see, everything is working fine. So thanks an awful lot for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.